Hey, Brittany Lynch here, and today I want to film a quick video on how to create expert content without actually being an expert. And I know that this is an issue for many people. They don't view themselves as an expert, and it really stops them from building an information marketing funnel or building a business around information marketing. So hopefully this will help you with that. All right, we're going to be using a philosophy called expert by association, or the expert by association model. By using the expert by association model, this will help you develop something called authority. Authority helps you to gain trust with your audience, and with trust, it becomes a lot easier to grow your business, even without being an expert yourself. All right. Now, there's really two big issues that most people have when trying to launch an information marketing business, and that is that they don't view themselves as an expert, and because of that, they feel limited in the content that they can actually credibly produce. All right. I know a lot of you maybe don't view yourself as an expert, and therefore it's kind of prevented you from moving forward in an information marketing model or an information marketing business. So there's really two paths you can take at this point. Number one is become an expert. All right, if you have a passion or a hobby you really enjoy, I definitely encourage you to try to become an expert. Learn more about that topic. It's only going to help you kind of on your path in your information marketing career. However, don't let not being an expert stop you from launching an information marketing business. All right, which leads me to number two, which is what we're really going to be talking about today, which is become an expert by association. So what is the expert by association model? It's really simple. Instead of spending time to become an expert yourself, or in addition to spending time to become an expert yourself, you find experts and you usually pay them to produce content for you. You borrow their expertise and credibility, which helps build you as an authority, all right? You're curating experts and you're borrowing their expertise and their credibility to build you up as an expert by association, all right? So the content you curate and have created can be used to create ebooks, to write blog posts, or be content in a monthly membership program, or even to help you sell any of the things I just mentioned. As an example, in a micro-continuity membership program, in 1 month, I might need an interview with an expert, 4 articles or blog posts, 2 worksheets, and maybe I'll spotlight members' frequently asked questions of the month, all right? I can create this content in many different ways, and I can create it all through the expert by association model. So what I'm saying is you can actually launch an information marketing business, launch a membership program without being an expert yourself and without actually creating the content yourself too. So I think that is really cool, and it's definitely something that I use very heavily in my business, is just working with subject matter experts, all right? So today I'm going to show you 3 methods to find experts to actually write for you, to create content for you, all right? The first one is Google your niche plus the word freelance writer, all right, or the phrase freelance writer. I'm going to give a live demonstration of this in just a second. The second one is to approach authority blogs for an interview. All right, again, I'm going to talk about this and the nuances of doing this in just a second. And the third is using a really cool tool called followerwonk.com. So let's head on over to my Google browser right now and let's go through approach number 1. All right, so here we are on Google. And you can see that I have a niche here, fishing, plus the phrase freelance writer, and they're both in brackets. Now, you can use this for all sorts of different niches. I've used it for DIY, for scrapbooking, for gaming, and even the more manly niches like fishing or camping, all right? So there really isn't a niche I've come across that you can't use these strategies for. I find them incredibly effective, all right? So in this case, I've Googled the niche example that I'm going to be using today, which is fishing, and the phrase freelance writer. Okay, so what we're looking for is we're looking for people who identify themselves as experts, or subject matter experts as I call them, and we're looking to actually find them and usually pay them to create content for us. Now that content might be ebooks, it might be blog posts, it might be articles, it might be an interview. It really depends on whatever your goal is. Now I view this as kind of like a content arbitrage. If I'm making a membership site and I need to pay an expert to create content for me, you just really run a formula. How many subscriptions do I need to sell in order to cover the cost every month? How many subscriptions do I need to sell in order to make $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month? So there's a whole formula and science behind that I'm not going to talk about in this video. In this video, I'm really going to talk about how to identify experts and how to acquire content from them. Okay, so let's open up a few of these. So this one's writetoflyfish.com, and you can see a freelance writer addicted to fly fishing. Well, that sounds pretty perfect, actually. Okay, so again, a freelance writer addicted to fly fishing. You can see some of their blog posts in here so you can get a sense of their writing style. I usually go over the about section just to get a little bit of a better vibe about the writer themselves. Okay, so Write to Fly Fish is a freelance writing business that was started by Lisa to solely achieve one goal: to combine her love for fly fishing and her passion for writing. This is perfect, okay? So once you kind of verify that they are in need of freelance writer, you've had a look around on the site to take a look at their content, see if you like it, just reach out and actually contact them about a freelance project. So again, maybe you want blog posts, maybe you want to do a phone interview, whatever it is, have a detailed outline of the project, and you can reach out and start asking for quotes, okay? So this is a really great way to do it. So Tom Kira, let's take a look at this website. Okay, so Tom, again, author and award-winning freelance writer. So see what he's doing there? He's positioning himself as an expert, award-winning. So if you hire him to write articles for you, you can borrow his credibility and expertise. You can now position the content of your membership is done by award-winning award-winning fly fishing writer, whatever the person's name is, okay? You can say that, writ as featured in fly fishing magazine, sports classics, whatever. You can borrow their credibility. So again, here you'd want to learn maybe a little bit more about Tom, and then eventually contact him about whatever project you're interested in. Okay, and it goes on and on. There's tons of results like this in all sorts of different niches. Here's another example. Rob is a freelance writer, computer journalist, and author of books about camping, fishing, and boating. So another great example of finding freelance writers who have a lot of expertise. Look at all of his books, 101 Golden Rules of Fishing. You could really view him as an expert, and you can actually hire him to create your content for you. So it's pretty neat, all right? So that's method number one. So hopefully you enjoyed that and you can see the value in it, and the light bulbs are starting to go off in your head that, hey, you can create an information marketing business without actually being an expert yourself. And that's so important, because that's probably one of the reasons that's prevented you from having success in information marketing in the first place. All right. The second method is my interview method. Okay. So essentially I just go to Google and I search your niche keyword. So in this case, fishing, and then the word blog. And we're looking for fishing blogs in your particular niche. So let's open one up, fishingfury.com. Okay, so in this case, what we do is we go through and, you always want to take a look at the blogs, take a look at their writing in advance, and decide, do you like their content or not? If you do, then you can reach out to them in the contact section, and you can genuinely tell them, look, I'm a huge fan of your blog. I really like this blog post. I would really love to interview you for my membership site or my blog or whatever it is. I'm willing to pay X dollars for an hour interview, and I'll send you the questions in advance. Now, the reason why you want to tell them up front how much you're willing to pay is because you want them to know that you're serious. Sometimes in the past, I found that when I reached out and I said, I'm willing to pay you, in their mind, they're thinking, oh, it's going to be like $20 for the 60 minutes. You want to pay them something substantial that means that you're serious. So between $100 and $500 really depends on where you're at, how you're starting out. Again, there's a whole formula behind figuring out how much you can afford to spend, how quickly you can get it back. I'm not going to go into that right now, but you can kind of get the philosophy here. Okay, and so I always send the interview questions in advance. And the reason why I love the interview model is you can do so much with it. You can use it as an interview in a micro-continuity paid subscription program. You could transcribe the interview and turn it into a bunch of blog posts. You can create worksheets from it, checklists, all sorts of different things. There's a lot of flexibility with an interview. And often I'll go to Pinterest and I'll kind of browse the most repinned fishing posts or whatever niche it is. I'll either use my pin search tool to do this or just do it manually. And I'll look for kind of interesting questions or trending articles and actually get the blogger's take on those topics. So maybe ask them, what their favorite knots are, their favorite, how to make, their favorite way to create a lure. Whatever it is, I honestly don't know anything about fishing, so I'd have to do a little bit of research into this. But Pinterest is a great place for you to kind of get ideas for your interview if that's the route you want to go, or just get ideas for your content marketing in general. Okay, so that's method 2. Again, hopefully you enjoyed that one. And number 3 is followerwonk.com. So followerwonk is really, really cool. What it does is it browses Twitter, all of Twitter's biographies. So on Twitter, when you have a profile, you have a little bio, and that bio basically describes who you are and what you do, okay? So this searches all the bios for keywords that are in your bio, okay? So in this case, I used fishing freelance writer, okay? So they're looking for those keywords in the profile, and you can see all of these dozens of results popped up. So this one, the person, Ashley, I gave up 9 to 5 to pursue my passion for fishing. I'm a freelance writer. I'm actually surprised how many women freelance writers there are on the fishing topic. So, but there's both men and women. And so you can go through here, and you can actually then, view their Twitter account. This takes you right to your Twitter account, and then you can actually tweet at them, or maybe you follow them and hope that, she follows back so that you can private message them and ask about their freelance writing. Now, often looking in the bio, it gives a link to the website, and at the website, there's usually a link to the contact button. So it's just about clicking around a little bit, and here you go, contact. And, finding out, look, she does article writing, all of that. So finding a way to contact them, okay? So this is another great way. Another nice thing about this tool is it tells you how many followers she has. So she actually has 10,000 followers, 10,000 plus. So you could actually work in the deal that, whatever content you ask her to produce, whether it's for an ebook or blog post or whatever, that you get her to tweet out that link after, okay? So you can get some actual promotion from this too, or, get someone with a bit of clout to actually promote your website or ebook or subscription site and actually create the content for you. All right. So I love that side of things. Again, it's all about borrowing other people's expertise, credibility to build authority for you. Okay. So I really want to reiterate that you can launch an information marketing business and you don't need to be an expert yourself. There's so many ways to go about creating content without being an expert yourself and, creating authority for yourself that way. All right, so for those of you who want to start or relaunch an information business, I have one last tool to recommend, and that's Smart Member. Smart Member is a software membership program that is launching this week by Chris Record, and you can create membership sites in under 5 minutes. In fact, the page you're on right now is built with this tool, and I think it looks pretty awesome. It took me less than 5 minutes to build. It's really drag and drop, user friendly, very, very simple, even for people who aren't maybe good with technology. So if you want to actually watch me set up a membership in under 5 minutes in the next lesson, you can check that out. Chris is doing a special for launch week right now where you pay one flat fee for lifetime access to the membership software. But come Sunday, he's going to begin to charge a monthly fee of, I believe, $47 or $97 per month. So if building a membership site or selling information products is of interest to you, I definitely go ahead and check it out. You can click the link below to find out more. Okay, so hopefully you found this helpful. I know that this information has been incredibly valuable for me in my own business. We go into so many different niches and I cannot be an expert in everything. So this has really helped us a ton. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Again, enjoy it, watch it over, implement it, take action, and that's it. All right, so take care and have a great day.